أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره صدق الله العظيم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم الحمد لله منشي الخلق من عدم ثم الصلاة على المختار في القدام مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم ثم الرضا عن أبي بكر وعن عمر وعن علي وعن عثمان ذي الكرام والآل والصحب ثم التابعين فهم أهل التقى والنقى والحلم والكرام يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا فاغفر لنا ما مضى يا واسع الكرم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وسلم Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala has given us another great opportunity to continue our Quranic lesson. Before we continue with our lesson, inshallah, let me give you back your papers. You are now my A'mal. In the day of judgment, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala says people will be given their books through their hands and they will judge themselves. And Allah Ta'ala says, خُذْ كِتَابَكَ كَفَى بِنَفْسِكَ الْيَوْمَ عَلَيْكَ حَسِيبًا. Take your book, take your register, and it is enough for you to judge yourself by seeing what you have done, what you have written. Daulat Muhammad Taylul Faiz Yasir Abdul Salim Muhammad Bil Bibi Hajra. That's why I wanted all people to come together and Azharadi. Reza Sumur.
Reza Samad.
Abdul Muhammad Fayaz. Bismillah. So Sheikh Yasin. Bibi Atul Azam Bibi Atiyatul Shahir Ruksar Abdul Rahim. Absent. Bakar Ali Abdul Mutawalli. Najidi, इसका नाम क्या है? नुसरत अली बकस। अच्छा वही आपको दे दें। आयशा, ये बीबी खदीजा, हाँ बीबी खदीजा, बीबी फातिमा जी बुरखान। ओके ये भी देखो, ये रैया बीबी अब्दुल रहीम। नूरजहां लाल मोहम्मद। जुबो बीबी मीर वजीहा। करीम बका शिरीन बानू। बदली हसीना शहीदा शमीम। वजीफा मीर हादिया। बदली उमैया हन्ना। ओके बस। Yeah, I want to. I'm not good in calculation, so it was taking too much. You do the points yourself.
How would I?
Just see what is right and do the percentage by yourself. Hamid Raza. Huh? Okay. So I give only 5 minutes to go through the papers, and if yours, you did a test. What's the name? Abdullah. Bakas.
Yes.
Many marks may have एक में डाला. I think I've done only in 1 or 2 maybe. I think yours Aisha have done. I put the marks. Yours Hadia. Who else? I think only 2 papers I put marks. Only 2. The rest have not put.
Do you have a question paper?
Yes.
If you can just give the right answer.
No, I'm not going to give the answer. You are going to give me the answer. Okay. I have just put right or wrong, that's all. I have not put percent. I wanted to put the percentage. I put only for these 2 girls, Aisha and Hadia. Not because they are special. I want to do, but then I just fed up. I left it. So the first question was, how many letters are there in halaq?
6.
Okay, some they have written 3. Some they have written, I don't know what. Some they have written 5. Some they have written, they have skipped it, they have not mentioned anything. So there are 6 letters in al-halaq. 6 letters in al-halaq. Then the second question is, mention these letters. Mention these letters. Ayn, Ghayn, Start in order the way we start. Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, Kha. These are the 6 letters of Al-Halq. Number 3, how... Yes.
Excuse me, if you can just repeat it.
Yeah, the first question is how many letters are there in Halaq? How many letters are there in Halaq? The answer is 6.
6, yes.
The second question, mention these letters. Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, Kha. Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, Kha. Number 3, how many letters are there in Lisan? Most of you have gone completely Paji. Okay? Some they are written 3, some they are written 1, 7, 5, and the question 3 and 4 do not have any link. Okay, so they ask you Lisan. Lisan. We discussed about Lisan, how many letters are there in Lisan? How many are they? 18. Some they are writing only part of it. 2 or 3 or 5. Okay, so mention them, mention the letter. Number 4. Number 5. No, sorry. Mention these letters, number 4. The letters of Lisan. Can you mention them quickly? So you can see some they have written only Ta, Gwa, Dal, and they stop there. Some they have written 7, some they have written 8, like this. So in your marking there, you can see I have divided the tick into 2. Small, and then gap, and then like this. It means that your answer is not complete. And in some you can find question mark. Question mark means either you have skipped the answer, or I have not understood what you are trying to write. So if you find anything I have marked wrongly, you forgive me, just tick it for yourself. If you find that I have given you right, and it is not right, so you tell me also, you put it wrong, X. And if I put X and it is tick, you put it, let me know about it. Okay, number 5. How many letters are there in Shafatan?
4.
There are 4 letters or 3 letters. Some they have written 3, so I've given them tick because they are either 4 or 3. Okay, mention these letters. Fa, Ba, Mim. Okay, some I don't know what they have written there. Like, let me take like in this one, I don't want to mention his or her name. The first question is how many letters are there in Halaq? He or she has written 4. Then mention this letter. He or she did not mention anything. Number 3, how many letters are there in Lisan? He or she has written 4. Number 4, mention these letters. He or she has written Nun, Jim, Mim, Ba. No link between the question and the, you understand? Number 5 is how many letters are there in Shafatan? Is 4. Okay. Number 6, mention these letters, the letters of Shafatan. You have mentioned it. Number 7, give 2 names of Surah Al-Fatiha. Yeah. Quran, so you can give any. So, and number 8, explain the following names you just mentioned. Explain, and some people they were confused about the English also, because I could see how you were answering, and someone has written in Creole also, and my daughter was helping me to correct it. I don't know which one is that. Okay, so explain the following names you just mentioned. So if Ashifa, what is Ashifa? The remedy, and you have given different words, but all of you, most of you are in the same point, no problem. Okay, number 9, explain the first and the second verse of Surah Al-Fatiha. So many of, not many, some have seen some papers there, they are translating Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, oh Lord. This is not the translation of Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I don't know who is that. So it is not, "Oh Lord." Alhamdu, all praise. Okay? Due to Allah, the Almighty, Rabbil Alameen, the sustainer of all worlds. Okay. And the second, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim,
The most gracious, the most
the
merciful.
merciful. Revealed. It was revealed in Makkah. I think all of you have got this answer. Number 11, how many verses has Surah Al-Duha have? 11 verses. Some they read, yeah, most of you, I think you have got this one. Yeah, the following question is tricky. How many verses, how many words and letters does Surah Al-Duha have?
40 words, 160
70 letters.
Yeah, so some they are writing 90, some 50, some blah 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 blah. Okay, so the answer is 40 words and 172. And how many words are?
Revelation.
Why was this surah revealed? Why was this surah revealed? Here you just need to think the reason why this surah was revealed.
Infidel was back when
Revelation
the
has
prophet.
stopped for some time.
Yeah, because the revelation had stopped for some times. Then
Infidel was back when
infidels were blackmailing Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They were using loose talk against him, mocking against him, telling that his Rabb has forgotten him and he has rejected him. He is left alone on his. All these are the words that you could bring in that. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this surah to console Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Explain the contents of Surah Al-Duha.
Allah gave Rasulullah that leading.
So when I ask you to explain the contents of Surah, I mean that explain the points that Surah Duha bears. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Some have written very nicely, categorically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what are the contents of Surah Duha?
Allah consoles the prophet
Yeah, to console Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
to give him glad leading,
to give him glad
to
tidings,
reply the infidels,
to reply and to refute the infidels,
to must take care of the orphan,
the content that it teaches us to take care of the orphans, okay? Not only you, I want to hear from this side, okay? From sister side, why are you quiet, you people? I want you to talk also. Yeah, how to behave with orphans, okay? Anything else? I don't want to hear from here, just here, from lady side. Anything else? The content of Surah Duha? You can say in Creole also, no problem. I understand Creole, but I don't talk. Okay, so these are more than enough. So Surah Al-Duha, the content is that this surah has come to comfort Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to console Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam good tidings, because the infidels were saying that Rasulullah is being rejected by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this surah was revealed to give moral encouragement to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, so where Surah Inshirah was revealed? In Makkah. How many words and letters does Surah Al-Inshirah have?
103
Yeah, 103, 27 words, 103 letters. Some they have put so many features there. Okay, explain the contents of Surah Al-Inshirah.
The expansion of the chest of the prophet.
Yes?
Al-Inshirah teaches us of the difficulties come.
Okay, the Surah gives us a lesson that after difficulties there is ease. Something else?
Repeat the question mark there.
Huh? I put a question mark? Maybe I did not understand your writing, that's why maybe. Okay, oh beta, Domas Khadija. Yeah, if you find I have done something by mistake, let me know, because I've not done anything intentionally. Which number was it?
17.
Yeah, this is the writing which was confusing me. You have good writing, but very. I think you plan to become a doctor in future. Number 17, huh? Yeah, I did not understand this because the way you have written it, I was trying to focus on it. So you can read your own writing, it's good. This is good. So you can correct it, please. And I'm sorry for that. Yours also? What is it? Huh? This is for this, but you are put on number 14. Okay. Okay, I give it to you. It's okay, anything else? So al-ishrah, after problem, there is ease. Anything else?
When you finish your prayers,
Yes.
doing supplication.
Yeah, it also gives us the message that when you finish prayer, that is not the end of the prayer. You continue mentioning the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and attaching yourself with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do other different forms of dhikr, of ibadah. Yes?
Exalt the remembrance of Rasulullah.
It?
Exalt the remembrance of Rasulullah.
The remembrance of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes?
He extend his burden.
He?
Remove his burden.
Yeah, he removed the burden on Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's shoulder. Which burden? The burden which started from al-duha. That Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was heavily, carried away by what these infidels are saying about him, about his connection of the wahi and rejection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this was somehow heavy on Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And also the responsibility of tabligh. This is a huge responsibility. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He revealed this surah, Al-Ishrah, to lighten and to enlighten the burden on the shoulder of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Gee, anything else?
And attend to Allah my duty. Attend to Allah my duty.
Attend?
Attend to Allah my duty. That's the end of this book. Attend to Allah my duty.
Yeah, وَإِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ فَارْغَب, and
You have to incline humbly.
to
Incline humbly.
In-
That was your
yes, to show humbleness before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this also gives us a message that once you see yourself, you are in ibadah. Allah Ta'ala has given you the tawfiq of doing ibadah. So don't be proud of yourself. So keep doing another ibadah after ibadah. One ibadah is to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the previous ibadah. So the continuation of ibadah, this shows that the person is grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the humbleness is very crucial in human life. Yes. Anything else? Number 18. Which letters are uttered? Now here is the problem now. Which letters are uttered from the tip of the tongue? Which letters are uttered from the tip of the tongue rises to upper palate? The tip of the tongue rises to upper palate, touching gums behind upper two front teeth.
Sa, zo,
Huh?
sa, da, zo.
Zal, Shin, Sword.
Again?
Zal, Val, Sin, Sword.
Have you understood the question? Which letters are uttered from the tip of the tongue, rises to upper palate, rises to upper palate, listen, rises to upper, the tip of the tongue rises to upper palate, touching gums behind upper two front teeth. Touching the gums behind upper front two teeth.
Da, da.
So if you say tha,
Da.
the tip of the tongue is not touching the gum behind the upper front two teeth.
Zal,
Tha, that,
Da.
huh?
See,
Da.
see,
Hmm?
see.
It is za,
Za.
za, Sin, and Sword. Sword. I told you this before, if you recall that. The makhraj of ta, ta, and dan, they are different. Of course, the tongue touches up, but here is talking about the tip of the tongue rises up and touches behind the upper front two teeth. Behind the upper front two teeth. So this is za, sin, and sod. Is clear? Or you can correct me if I'm wrong. Huh?
No, because I also do ta, and da.
Okay, when we come to the, we'll just come to the makhraj of ta, ta, then you just tell me if this is because this question when I gave to Hafiz, my point was that one. It was not ta, ta, it was sin, sod. So we discuss about these two makhraj, then we come to the question. If I'm wrong, I'll say sorry to you. Number 19. Which letters are uttered from the center of the tongue, touching the upper palate? Jim, shin, ya. Some they have written jim and shin. They have skipper, ya. Which letters are uttered from the back of the tongue, which rises and touches the soft palate? Cough and kaf. And many of you have taken it wrongly. Okay? So, how many questions? There are 20 questions. Who got 10 out of 20? So if you got 10 out of 20, that is 50%. If you got 17 out of 20, that is, I think, 70%.
I fail on the number.
I don't know this percentage. Just calculate yourself on that. I'm just happy that you have done this test and you have seen. And inshallah, when we finish this session, we're going to come with another test, inshallah. So this will not stop. We'll carry on like this. But again, I'm telling you, these tests or these things are just things to keep you busy, to engage you. The most important test is when you go home, you practice. Just to give lecture, to tell me this and that, it's okay, no problem. You can take 80%, 90%, 20%, whatever. But now, if you give me even 10% of proper recitation, I will not bother if you get 0% in your exam. Okay? Practically, in terms of reading, if you give me the 10% of proper pronunciation, I won't care about your 0%. You can give me 0 in the written exam, this will not affect me. If you give me at least 10% of proper recitation. Because this is my first time I'm doing these things with you, test, whatever. All my students have never done exam with them. From the first batch of my big boys who became Hafiz and became very famous in Mauritius, my exam for them was to put them on the musalla and read and people will judge them. You understand? This was my style because if I focus on this writing and these things, I will spend too many time and I won't be able to achieve my goal. My goal was to produce Hafiz and proper reciters of the Quran al-Karim. So in this theory, we waste too much of time and we have very limited. Now in 1 hour, we have already taken half of our time. We have only 20 minutes left now. So it's okay, it's part of the course, but pay more attention in reading and in listening, and these things will come by itself, inshallah. Okay, so there you are. I hope you are happy with your results. If you are not happy, try to make it better. And these things will come again in the future, in the exams. So keep these papers with you and learn them properly. And whenever you have any question, please feel free to ask. So let us take 2 or 3 things today about Madda. So how many mudud we have done so far?
6.
We have done Maddu Tabi'i, Maddu al-Muttasil, Munfasil, Maddu al-Iwad, Badal, only 5. Today we're going to take Mad al-Lin, the sixth one. So Mad al-Lin, you can see there is easy mad or easily prolongation only occurs when the reciter is stopping recitation after the word containing the mad. Okay? After the word containing mad. When you stop on this word which has this mad of al-lin, here is where you produce mad al-lin. For example, you stop to breathe. If you stop to breathe, or you stop to end the ayah, that you are ending the ayah, or you are intending to continue the recitation, but just for the sake of breath, you just stop. So when you stop on the word, on the kalima which has this mad, the prolongation which is going to occur, that is the prolongation, we call it maddu al-lin. Mad al-lin occurs when a waw sakin or ya sakin are preceded by a letter with the fatha. When waw sakin or ya sakin is preceded by a letter with fatha. So if the word, the ya or waw is preceded by a letter with fatha, only in that condition you are going to produce the maddu al-lin. Is it clear?
So what when the must have sukun?
Huh?
So what when the must have sukun?
Yeah, because definitely that must have a sukun in it. Just like in mad, all mad we are talking about, all mad are having sukun, all mad. Some they are originally, naturally sukun. You don't have to see sukun on that. But since it is harful mad, it must have a sukun on it. Whether you see, like for example, ja. So this mad is naturally with sukun. Qala. So this is naturally with sukun. So when waw or ya is preceded by a letter bearing fatha, so here is where we produce mad al-lin. Mad al-lin has three lengths. One is 2 fatha, the other is 4, not fatha, 2 counts, another is 4 counts, and the third one is 6 counts. So the length of mad al-lin, you'll stretch it either to the length of 2 harakat, that is 2 counts, or 4 harakat, that is 4 counts, or 6 harakat, that is 6 counts. And the examples you can see there on your screen there. Can you read it? Can you read it? The Arabic. Quraish. Okay? Quraish. Now what is Madu al-Lin? Madu al-Lin is when a word bears the mad, the harmful mad, and you need to stop on that word either to end the ayah or just to breathe, to relax and to refresh yourself. So that is where you produce mad al-Lin. So now Quraish, li'ilafi Quraish. Okay, so here you can stop either to finish the ayah, or you can stop to just to breathe in some ayat as we're going to learn about it. So whether you stop to end the ayah or you stop to breathe, as long as that word you are stopping on it, it has mad, the harmful mad, you will produce mad al-lin with the length of either 2 harakat, 4 harakat, or 6 harakat. Now, Quraish, if you don't stop on this word, you are not going to produce this mad al-lin. You will just read لِإِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ إِيلَافِهِمْ لِإِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ إِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ رَايَا فَتْحَ رَيْ رَايَا فَتْحَ رَيْ. You don't have to strengthen, to lengthen it. You don't have to stretch it. But if you stop on this, then how are you going to read it? You are going to read it with the length, with the stretching. either 2 harakat, 4 harakat, or 6 harakat. So let us talk now. لإيلاف قريش قريش or قريش or قريش لإيلاف قريش قريش لإيلاف قريش لإيلاف قريش. Okay, so this is the mother al-lin. When ya or waw is preceded by fatha, when ya and waw is in one kalima, and in that kalima this ya is or waw is preceded by fatha, and you want to stop on that kalima either to finish the ayah or to have a break to breathe. So this is where you find madda al-lin, maddu al-lin. قريش لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف رحلة الشتاء والصيف والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. So you see all this Quraysh and Khawf, Waw and Ya is preceded by Fatha or we just learned that it should be preceded by Fatha only. Okay, Khawf, Quray. Okay, so this is what we call mad al-lin. So this mad can occur either when you want to stop the ayah, the end of the ayah, or it can come in the middle of the ayah. But if you stop on that ayah, on that word which has this mad, this ya or waw which is preceded by fatha, if you stop on it, whether it is in the middle of the ayah, you'll have to produce the same length of madda al-lin. Either you stop or with 2 harakat, 4 harakat, or 6 harakat. Like this ayah is not coming in my mind. وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ. Okay, now see this one. This is coming in the middle of the ayat. وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً لِلنَّاسِ وَأَمْنًا. The ayah ends with وَأَمْنًا. So the bayt, the word which has ya preceded by fatha, is in the middle of the ayat. In the middle of the ayah. So if you want to stop on this al-bayt, you will produce the same length of mad al-lin, either 2 harakat or 4 harakat or 6 harakat. How? وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتِ. For example, your breath is short. You cannot breathe the whole ayat with one breathing. So وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتِ. Then you take جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً لِلنَّاسِ وَأَمْنًا. وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ. Okay, الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً. This one, al-bayta, this is in the middle of the ayah, it's not in the end of the ayah. So here it shows you that if you want to stop on this word, you produce the same mad al-lin. Mad al-lin will be produced in both, whether the word is at the end of the ayah or the word is in the middle of the ayah, you'll produce this madda al-lin. Ahl al-bayt, Ahl al-bayt, Ahl al-bayt. So you stop on Ahl al-bayt, Ahl al-bayt, Ahl al-bayt. This is the madda al-lin. Any question in that? Its letters are waw sakina and ya sakina. The letters of madda al-lin. Waw sakina and ya sakina. Your question answer has come. You're asking whether it should be sakin or not.
Yes.
So it's there. Its letter, the letter of madda al-lin should be waw sakin and ya sakin. These letters must be preceded by a letter that has a fatha on it, as we say. To sound this mad, the reciter must stop after saying the word, after reading the word containing the mad, otherwise the mad is void. If you don't stop on that word which has this mad, so you don't produce the mad al-lin. You produce mad al-lin only when you stop on the word which bears this mad al-lin. So if you are reading, yeah, for example, وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابًا. So you see baita, then normal, you read it normally. You don't have to say وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً لِلنَّاسِ. No. If you don't stop, there's no madda al-lin. If you stop, then you have these three options to lengthen it. That is 2 harakat, 4 harakat, or 6 harakat. Anything to understand better here?
If I stop on al-bayt, just al-bayt, then I restart on al-bayt or not.
Yeah, if you stop, you'll bring the mad.
Yes.
Then if you take it, because if you stop, it means that you want to breathe.
Great.
Then if you stop, you take your breath properly and you start behind again, so you don't do the mad again.
Yes.
You just continue.
Yes.
For example, وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ. Once you reach here, you start having coughing, for example. So you read وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ. Then وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً لِلنَّاسِ. Okay? It's okay? Let us go to Surah Al-Mulk. Who is ready?
I'm my best.
Wait, any question here? Any newcomer who want to any better clarification? It's okay. G.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان
أعوذ
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء.
So here also you pay attention on mad al-lin.
I can see or I must.
No. Actually, I wanted you to memorize it.
Yes,
but
I know.
if you can memorize, if you want to see it, you can see it, no problem.
Because I won't be able to.
Okay.
تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن أملا وهو
أيكم أحسن
أملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فتور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا السماء ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير
سمعوا
لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير.
Till here. Who else? From sister side? No one's ready to read? So look. Don't feel shy to read, please. Huh? Just read. Make the mistake. I correct the mistake. I do the mistake. You correct my mistake. No one is ready? चलो तुम शुरू करो.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة
ليبلوكم أيكم
أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق سبع سماوات
الذي خلق سبع سماوات. Is it clear in front of you? You can see it?
سبع سماوات
طباقا. سبع سماوات طباقا. ما
ترى في خلق الرحمن من
تفاوت. So this is what I want. When you read the Quran, try to focus on what the words which are in front of you. Don't try to stop reading only what is coming from you. Make sure that's why you people are getting difficulty to read. Not because you don't know, you read, but you are used to read komazotule. Okay? Whatever is coming, you just give it out. Just focus, struggle a bit to focus on the word, and then slowly by practicing on and off, it will be very fluent for you to read the Quran properly. So the word, can you recognize the word from min tafawuti? Tell me one letter. Just one letter. Don't read, just tell me A, B, C, D. Huh? Mim, Nun, Ta, Fa, Waw, Ta. Okay. Now Mim has kasra. How do we to read? Mim kasra. Mi. Mim Nun kasra. Oh, you see? Min. Min. Okay. Now Ta fatha. Ta. Fa khara Fa. Waw pesh. Wu. Okay. Waw pesh. Wu. The rule remains the same. The fatha, the length of fatha is only one count. Waw fatha, wa. Waw kasra, wi. Waw dhamma, wu. Just one count or 1 second. So when you read, you should bring these rules in your mind. That okay, I'm reading Fatha. What is the length of Fatha? I'm reading Mad al-Tabi'i. What is the length of Mad al-Tabi'i? In this kind of rules, these are very basic rules. These are rules that you don't need to learn them for you to read Quran properly. Just by practicing, you come to know them. So you know them. You know Mim Kasra Mi. Mim Kasra is Mi. Mim Nun Kasra is Min. Ta Fatha Ta. Fa Qaras Bar Fa. Waw Dhamma Wu. Ta Do Kasra Tin. Oh no? Tin. No. It is Tin. Ta Do Kasra Tin. So if you can read individually, so it means to read them jointly, you just need to practice a bit. So it is min tafawut. Wu, because waw is the same. Waw dhamma wu. So why you read it min tafawut? It means you are lacking the concentration on that. Focus. Okay? So focus on the harakat and on the word more than what is coming from there. Make what you see to come inside there and then take it out. Yeah. Min tafawut.
Min tafawut.
Mm-hmm. Now you see it is fa ra fatha fa jim kasra farji. Okay. Ain lam kasra farji'il. Ba fatha farji'il ba. Sad fatha farji'il basa. You see, I don't stretch any of it. Farji'il basa. Ra fatha farji'il basara. Okay? Okay. Now read it.
Farji'il basara. Hal tara min futur. ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا
Hamza do zaba. You see? So if you read it individually, you read it properly. But if you read it jointly, you are bringing sort of changing. Khasi an. Khasi'an, not khasi'an, 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 hamza do zabar, an. So it should be khasi, khasi'an, khasi'an,
خاسئا وهو حسير. ولقد
bring qalqal in it, walaqad.
زينا السماء.
See, noon it has tashdid on it.
زينا.
Yeah, and this we have learned in Ghunna, Khayshum. Mim mushaddad and Noon mushaddad. وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا
وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَا صَبِيَ.
Why you are stretching ma? Mim fatha?
بِمَا صَبِيَ.
Mim fatha? Ma. Okay, bima.
بِمَا صَبِيَ.
Bima, no. Mim fatha? Okay.
بِمَا صَبِيَ.
Mim fatha? No stretching. Mim fatha? So it should be bima.
بِمَا صَبِيَ.
Bima.
بِمَا
Swad alif fatha?
صَبِيَ.
Then?
بِمَا صَبِيَ.
Bima saw. Bima saw. Actually, you are trying to influence mim from this length of swad there. Okay? So it is bima saw, ba kasra bi, mim fatha ma, bima, swad alif fatha saw, bima saw, bima saw, bima saw.
بِمَا صَبِيَ. بِمَا صَبِيَ.
Now, ba, ya, kasra,
بِي.
di. Okay, bima saw, di.
بِمَا صَبِيَ. بِمَا صَبِيَ. وَجَعَلْنَاهَا رُجُومًا للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير. وللذين كفروا.
وللذين, you know, you relax now. Don't relax. You have to be attentive. وَلِلَّذِينَ وَلِلَّذِينَ
وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير إذا ألقوا
So which mud is this? مد الجائز المنفصل. Continue.
إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا
Then why you say Sami? You see ya after me?
No.
Then
سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ.
which mud is this? Qayyim. Which mud is this? Yeah, this is mud al-lin. غيظ. Okay. تكاد تميز من الغيظ. تميز من
الغيظ.
Continue. Where have you reached? ضلال كبيرة. كلما
Change the page.
क्या हो गया इसका?
It's phrase.
Guys, क्या हो गया? كلما
ألقي فيها فوج
سألهم why you stretch why
سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير.
Okay. Who else? तुम पढ़ते रहते हो मतलब चलो पढ़ो. इसको निकाल.
الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق سبع
Don't force خلق الذي خلق
الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير وللذين
Hey,
كفروا
time is over. صدق الله العظيم. صدق الله العظيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وسيد المرسلين حبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم ربنا آنس وحشتنا في قبورنا. اللهم ربنا ارحمنا بالقرآن الكريم واجعله لنا إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة. اللهم ربنا ذكرنا من القرآن ما نسينا وعلمنا منه ما جهلنا وفهمنا منه ما غفلنا وارزقنا تلاوته آناء الليل وأطراف النهار على النحو الذي يرضيك ويرضي حبيبك عنا واجعله لنا حجة في الدنيا والآخرة يا رب العالمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Jadi tadi terus berujar ya. Jadi maafkan nak bukan media bukan.
Not 15 finish.
Assalam. 9 o'clock ni.
Eh? No, not 15.
अच्छा. 2 minutes. तो 2 minutes से ज़्यादा नहीं है.